Testing to connect to YouTube. There we go. Second modem. Hotspot. Scan. What's up, Bezzy? The first. All right. Hey, Chef Dave. Good. It's just noon. Look at that. What a good timing. Hang on. Still setting up the second connection. Okay, that's good. Let's see. Alright, cool. Hang on, everyone. I'll be in chat in a minute.
Ja. Die gaan we gewoon stilstaan ervoor. De Joran ook op de duur. Zegt die ruimte nog leven. Hij wil weer staan. Zo.
Wait, what? What's happening? Okay, I think everything's fine now. Okay, had some setup stuff to do. I apologize. Hello, Jacob, Bruce, Lunette, Ray, Filemeister, Luna, Sulzi. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Today is January 31st, last day of January already. Already 1/12 of the year over. And we're back out on the river again, which I'm happy about. Feel some fresh air in my lungs. Okay, we should have there was a ship that was leaving the lock. I couldn't park upstairs today, although I can now, but there was a car there earlier, so. January already lasted for like 10,000 days. I felt like it flew by for me, personally. I was like, is tomorrow already February? God damn. Okay. So I do expect to see a ship any minute now. Now I'm sad, because when I arrived I couldn't park up there, but now I would be able to. But it would be a very big hassle to move this, although wouldn't be that crazy of a hassle. Nah, we'll just leave it. We'll stay downstairs for today. And tomorrow we can go back up the bank, hopefully. Oh, there is a ship coming. There it is. Jesus. Hang on. Nope. No color corrections. There we go. Wait for it. See a Alps dredger ship? No, didn't see that one. But that's just basically a barge floating, I think so. But didn't see it. I was looking at this bad boy that was in the lock, actually. It's a bit more of an annoying spot for not filming other people. The federal being leaving Ghent. You can clearly see she's completely empty. If you look at her rudder, can you just see it actually, the rudder? What a long ship though. All right, so in terms of ships today, I looked on the schedules and radar, nothing too special. What I did notice is that there is a heavy load carrier coming in, but I don't know if it will be empty or if there will be an interesting freight on it, so that remains to be seen. But it is scheduled to pass here. Well, it's on the way already, so neat. But judging by photos, it's mostly carrying wind turbine blades, so it came from the UK. Maybe it dropped a few there, but we'll see. That's what I was looking for. It is chilly today though, and it's supposed to be even more colder this weekend, but we should have more sun, so there's a trade-off there. Oh, wow. One bulk is leaving and I see another bulk approaching for the canal. Damn it, now I really want to be up on the hill. Should we move? Should we move? I'm gonna move. I'm gonna drive up the hill here. I think it's gonna be a better spot. All right. A quick change of scenery. Give me a second. Just put you guys on the dashboard for a minute. This is gonna go into the sluice and then we can the lock, then we can film it. Yada yada yada. Let me grab this, pull it inside. Oh, this is gonna be super awkward. I have to do this. I'll do it like this. Alright, hang on. We'll move for a minute. Just up the ledge here. Alright. Let's just park our asses up here. It should be better. There we go. Now I need to redo all the stuff. Let's start with reattaching the monitor. Okay, there's that. There's that. Getting the tripod back outside. Oh yeah, getting rid of my freaking seatbelt. Yeah, that was the world's shortest drive, but I think it's gonna be worth it. To see the bulk carrier in a little bit coming in. And now the most annoying part, I have to re-level the tripod. So I think like this should be good-ish. Grab you guys. Hey Stadler, hier kan das. Hey van Winkelhumpen. Moin. Next time I'll just wait when I arrive. Just wait a minute, see if somebody leaves. Alright, let's check it for a bit. No horizon. Just a tiny bit like. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, then let's see. Can we see the lock? Is your position now? I think we can. Yeah, I can even move it a little bit more back. It's gonna make it easier for me to operate the camera. Now we've lost the horizon again. Damn it. The only downside of standing up here is that I'm on grass and it's a lot more, well, not level, you know what I mean. Okay, whew. What an intro for today. So much better up here. For some reason my tripod's higher than other times, huh? I'm gonna lower it a little bit. There we go. Now we're talking. Let's check the horizon. It's pretty level to me. All right, so welcome everybody. Let's restart. Today is January 31st, last day of January. And look what we got coming in. A big bulk carrier that seems to be not really full, but the back seems to be still loaded. And then the front seems to be empty, doing a wheelie. So this one is gonna come in towards Ghent in a little bit. So we should be able to catch that one. Cool. Okay, happy I moved. Thanks for rocking us. All right, thanks Akandas. The Irene S on the way to Ghent. She came from Vlissingen. So I'm gonna assume she was probably parked on the other side there where all the ships are. And then she emptied out onto the inland vessels and now she's not, well, her draught is low enough that she can enter the canal and she will unload the rest in Ghent. 180 meters long, 30 meters wide. Yeah, so her draught is just shy of 10 meters, which I think might be the limit for the canal. 10 meters. Built in 2012. I had to do it with my doorbell on this, which was even more annoying. Also see there's a decent sized container ship approaching from Antwerp. I think that's the Schulze. Let me check. I think I saw it leave this morning. Yeah, the Henrika Schulte. 275 meter ship. So that one is coming. We'll catch her later. And then, as I said, there is a heavy load carrier coming from the coast, but of course we don't know what it will be carrying. It's always a mystery. Where is it? Let me check. Coca. Wait, where did it go? Oh, it's going to Vlissingen though. Dang it. That's a bit unfortunate. Well, maybe we'll see it in the distance because we do have visibility. Yay for smart. My whole house is now. I'm smarting out my whole house. I've been doing it for the past 2 months. I installed security cameras in the past 2 months. Temperature and humidity sensors in every room. Everything is now linked to one central system, Home Assistant. So it's really nice. Because the wife has a business, but she has like 1 million small devices that she has to turn on and off every day. So now she just has to turn on the switch that's in the wall and everything turns on and off. Even the heating, it's all automated now. So it's really cool. But yeah, it is maintenance-wise a bit more. China has to watch me poop. Indeed, I have Chinese cameras. Because they were the only ones that were decently working for some reason. Struggling with my monitor. But Mount keeps coming loose. So let's fix that. And no TP link. Jesus Christ, what is happening today? All my gear's failing on me. Hang on. Spin you around a little bit. There you go. While I figure this out. So why are you not doing something today? So I first ordered. So the thing for me for a security system was that I didn't want to deal with a subscription service because I think that's just ridiculous. That you buy an expensive camera set and then you have to pay a monthly subscription because it only works through a cloud. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So not a lot of options remained after that, but there is Eufy. So I ordered a whole system from them, and it has like a base station where you can put a hard disk in, and then that will store all the recordings. So I got the system, and I was just trying to set it up, testing it. The doorbell and the camera were literally next to the base station, and it was lagging like you have no idea how hard it was lagging. The app wasn't working. I couldn't even tweak settings. It was absolutely horrendous. I don't know why people use it or how people use it. So I sent it back, and then I got the topos, and they've been really good actually. Very smooth. Yeah, but they've been. I mean, I have a lot of TP-Link network stuff, and it's all been working very smoothly for me. Although I do think if I would have to redo everything, I would look into getting what is it, Ubiquity? They seem to be really on top of their game as well. Oh yeah, definitely Akandas. It's always funny to see his videos. All right, so back to the shippies. That's how far my home automation goes. Look how heavy this bulk carrier is leaning backwards, though. I don't think I've seen it be a ship this tilted before. Wow. She's really all the way in the water at the back, and then the front is completely out of the water. Very interesting. It even looks crazier if you see it in real life. I feel like the camera makes it a little bit less. Of course, she doesn't have to go far, so she was on the other side of the river, and now she's going up to in the canal, and the tugboats will guide her all the way to the mooring spot. But yeah, I don't think this is a position you want to go out and see like this. Yeah, maybe one more thing about the home smart system. The Tapo stuff that I have now has an internal SD card in each of the cameras and the doorbell. So even if it loses connection to anything, it will just keep working by itself. So there's no connection to anything needed for them to record stuff happening on the local SIM card inside the device. Morning, Lucy. So for me, that was a very big plus to try them out. Wow, she's noisy. I wonder if I can, let's try to put the audio on. Can you hear her? wish I really need a directional mic next. Setup is gonna look even crazier with a big pointy mic on it. You can smell her? Nope, just smell fresh, salty air, my dude. Look how deep her butt is. It's crazy if you see how close they get to the edge of the water. What car are you buying, Bazzy? Are you a car guy? I'm not a car guy. Hey Hans, good morning. No rain, yeah, and even tomorrow and on Sunday we're expecting sunshine, so it's gonna be cold as hell, but there's gonna be sunshine. Oh,
Giant363 just subscribed.
we missed a honk. Hang on. Let's fix that. There it is. There's that honk.
Giant363 just subscribed for 3 months.
Ray, thank you for the 3 months of support of the channel. Thank you so much. And the biddies you've thrown last week as well. You want a Volkswagen Golf or a Fiat Panda? Really? Fiat Panda? It's an interesting choice. They know people drove those voluntarily. Also, hello to the people on YouTube. I haven't seen any YouTube chatters yet, but if you do see the chat box, you're more than welcome to say hi or ask questions. Look how deep she is. At her bottom. If you compare this, how low this is to the water compared to the front, you need to point up. The deckhands are ready to throw out the mooring lines. She does look very scratched though. Look at that. Some rough handling. Is it time for action? I haven't done a call to action yet, Mort, but I will. Also hi. We'll do it later, the call to action. Probably at the half-hour mark. But yeah, it rained a lot in the past few days, as you can see in the grass here in front of us. It's kind of flooded. CLK 320. You're gonna wait? Good. I actually have to get an electric car next year. Well, at the end of this year, I have to order an electric car. This is a company car that I'm driving, and the policies have changed. Starting from this year, they have to be 100% electric. Where's Melina? I saw her in the port yesterday, so I think she's dredging there. But I already saw the list of options, and I'm probably gonna get the same car as I have now, the Volvo XC40, but it's gonna be the EC40, which is the exact same car but fully electrical. Although another option that I saw was the Ford Explorer, and I didn't know about the car, but it looks cool as well. So that might also be an option. The river near you was critical because of all the rain. Interesting. So this ship was parked on the other side of the river, and it would probably came here fully loaded, Vintellen. But the thing is, it was too deep in the water to enter this canal because there's a limit of how deep it can go. So they unloaded a bit of her on the other side, which is why her front is empty and her back is still loaded. But now she's just, her draught is just under 10 meters, which means she can enter the canal now. If she would have been deeper than 10 meters, she's not allowed to enter the canal. But yeah, I don't think she's gonna go. She would never go on sea loaded like this. That would be dangerous, I think. It's funny to see though. Like, look at the red line. It's like a triangle. Hang on. I got a phone. I got a call, but. Isn't it dangerous? Yeah, I think it would be dangerous if you do it at sea, but she was just on the river and she was guided by the 2 tugboats that you see. So I'm sure it's okay for this part of the river. There's no big waves or anything here. Look at a tugboat. Look at it. What is it doing? It's really dragging. Is that a way to slow down? She's just like going sideways and then dragging along? Wow, that was cool. It's tired. All right, we're live for half an hour. I gotta do it. Mortis waiting on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, you're new to the channel, don't forget to drop a follow. If you're watching on the YouTube and you're not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing if you want to see more ship stuff. Also, don't forget to smash that like button. Take your big hammer out and smash it. It does help so this stream can be found by other people who might also enjoy the ship content that we do here. So thank you. Damn it, I saw another streamer do it very well, and I'm making a mess of it today. My head is a bit slow. He sold it so well, like, oh, if you like, then other people who might also like this content will find the channel. Wow, the tugboat is still dragging. That's crazy. Yeah, I've never seen a tugboat do that before. Go completely sideways. Huh. I feel like the mic is a bit low today. Be aware, I'm gonna pump the mic a little bit, so the volume might be getting a bit louder in a minute. Testing, 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 testing. Okay, that's better. Hey, Edo, why is she so low in the back? They emptied part of her on the other side near you, Edo, near Vlissingen. They emptied a little bit of her because she probably was too deep for the canal to Ghent. And now that she's a bit more empty, she can go in. But yeah, they only emptied her front by the looks of it. It's probably why the tugboat is dragging as well, because her back is heavier than her front, so that one might drag a bit more. I could record it beforehand and press a button to promote. That's too orchestrated. I do like the scuffiness of a live stream a bit more. Yeah, they're slowly maneuvering her in right now. Hey Nopileus. How are the... Yeah, we just saw a very good bulb earlier on this ship. Because as you can see, she's doing a wheelie. So her whole bulb was out of the water. Like we are a little bit tilted, so let me fix that. Oh boy. Hang on, I'm trying to align. Yep, that's better. Although it doesn't look like it. I think it's better. No, not really. Damn it. I should just do it by eye and not by looking at the image. Now we're talking. Cool. All right. Sorry for that. Also, there's a crane at the new lock. So they're doing some work there. There's actually two cranes. There's one on each bridge, or next to each bridge. So they are working on the new lock. Still haven't seen it being used. Still waiting on that part. Yeah, now the camera's good, nice and level. Much better. Yeah, the barge is still in the lock, correct. I assume they're using it for like working on the water or something, on the walls maybe of the lock, I don't know. I also assume that as long as that barge is in that lock, there's gonna be no ships using it. Container ship is approaching, the one from Antwerp. We'll stick to the bulk carrier for a few more minutes. You need coffee, Hans. How wide is she? Let's go back up to the thingy. So she's 30 meters wide, which means there will still be 6 meters left, so plenty of room for her to go into this lock. The lock's 36 meters wide. All right, let's switch to our next one. So, approaching from Antwerp. We've seen this ship before, actually. I'll see. Oh no, now the camera's again on the lines. I really wish I had a self-leveling tripod. That would be super neat. You need a radio to listen to them. I'm not sure how legal it is at this point. It's legal to listen, but it might not be legal to broadcast it. I have to look into it further, but yeah. So this is the Henrika Schulte. Sounds very German. 275 meters long, 40 meters wide. The current rod is 10 meters, 0.3. He's going 13.8 knots. A Hong Kong flag and built in 2011. What world is this? Welcome to Europe, where we have regulitis. That's what I call it. We like to regulate the crap out of every single thing in the world. That's fine though. The thing with regulations is they're always there for good reasons, but then regulations go into oblivion, basically, in my opinion. Like, they're exaggerated, they're abused. Anyway. Not that much coming in actually right now. Oh, there's even another heavy load carrier coming, the Rotramare. Whew, scared me.
LB83 just subscribed for 2 months.
2. LB, Dankeschön. Thank you. I think you're German, right? Okay, so there's 2 heavy load carriers coming in. The other one is taking really, really long to get here. It's only going 10 knots. That's probably why. Yep. Jawohl. Hang on, checking radar to see what else is on the way from Antwerp. A hopper dredger, I see. Oh, a 300-meter ship is on the way as well. That's cool. We'll definitely catch that one. You have a VHF handheld blasting on my desk right now. So I looked up on getting one of those VHF things, and first of all, I would need to register it at least and then get certificates just to listen to it. Although, I did see an article that said like you can get one and then sabotage the microphone system, so that if you get checked, you say, "Oh, I'm only listening," and they cannot do you anything because the microphone is broken. Or anyway, it's tricky. I just don't want to get into trouble with anything because we are still broadcasting, so it is more public than private use. So I'm always cautious on these things. There's a 400-meter ships in the port actually right now, but none of them is scheduled to leave anytime soon, although one of them has a destination and it should arrive tomorrow in Thames. Any cables on the bottom of this channel? Yes, absolutely. there are. The thing is though, you cannot come on the river without a pilot. So that's a local person that comes on board and steers the vessel. So it's very hard to drag your anchor here, I think. Oh, that's awesome, Mort, to hear. Really cool. I always look forward to streaming on the weekends. Helps me clear my mind. How would they even know if you listen to it? Yeah, no, that's exactly the point, right? If you have it on as a private person and you just listen, there will never be a problem. But I am broadcasting, so... I saw Sulzi. The other one is in front of Zeebrugge, Sulzi. I don't know the name exactly. The other heavy load carrier. Where is it? Topaz Don. Topaz D-O-N. Oh, that's actually a Russian vessel by the looks of it. The Don is in Cyrillic letters. Oh, sorry. I was looking too much at the radar. The inland ship is speeding away. I also see a little LPG or a tanker. I don't know if it's LPG. It could also be a chemical tanker coming our way from the coast. And I see another container ship in the distance. And there's some traffic on the river today. Cool, cool. Wow, she has some good scratches on her. Let me bump this a bit. There you go. Look at that. Look at all those scratches on her. That is some tough love for the ship. She's literally scratched from front to back. Oh, it gets even worse near the back. Look at that. Abrasive wheels. Oh, what is that? What are you? That's something you don't see every day. The Sirius. The Topaz Don's owner is an unnamed road in the UAE. What is that one? Looking it up on radar now. It's a utility vessel on the way to Ostende from the coastline. Interesting. Yeah, definitely one that we don't see here too often. Its base is Ostende. Hey, look, the former name of the Henrika Schulte was the MOL Gilde. MOL Glide. Okay. Yeah, these ships do change names quite often. Interesting. Take another look at the Schulte now that she passed us. She's definitely not that heavily loaded. We can see her rudder. Where's she going, the Schulte? I didn't check. Oh, Rotterdam. Okay. Yeah, so this ship has some boats on it with pilot. And then there's a crane in the back as well. Topaz was photographed 13 hours ago and posted on Facebook. Interesting. Let me check in a minute. Cool looking ship with the bow design. Makes it look aerodynamic. Oh, it's a tanker. Small chemical oil products tanker. Hey Hernt, good afternoon. Oh, she's empty. The Topaz Don is empty. But she's going to Vlissingen, so I assume she's gonna pick something up there then. This is the Elsa Asperger, a stream regular actually. We see her quite often come by. Came from an anchor point, but I think before that she came from Norway. I think she goes between Norway and Belgium constantly. Just under 100 meters long. 6.2 meters of draught, built in 2013. Yeah, there's a lot to pick up there, Susie. You can see the water just flowing over her bulb. What a cool look. Meanwhile, the bulk carrier we saw earlier has completely maneuvered into the lock. That took a while to get in. There's also a bunker ship that's coming by. I think this is a bunker ship. No, maybe not. I don't see the attachments. These Sumtrans have so many ships, but they all just number them. It's so boring. So this is a Sumtrans 25, I guess. But if you look like to the port of Antwerp, for example, you'll find many Sumtrans with Roman numerals behind her. But I think they're mostly used for bunkering. The bigger ships. Do you know what bunkering is? It's basically fueling them. But it's called bunkering. It's one of those who says it's a ground effect aircraft. Do you have any structure underwater? So, oh, you mean the inland ships? Like this one that we're looking at is 3.7 meters under the water. So yeah, they do have some. Of course, they're not as deep as the big ships, but yeah. No, I don't live in my car, Epic. I have a house and a regular life. I'm a normal dude. And then yeah, the Elsa is how draw. She's 6 meters under the water. So that's what drought is. That's basically the amount of the distance, the part of the ship that is under the water line that you cannot see. I think the deepest ones that come by here are 14-ish meters. You don't see me on the webcam. I heard that the webcam only updates every once in a while. I don't know. Because we were using the webcam on Sunday. For those of you who were here on Sunday, I ended the stream by while still live driving up to the lock over there so we could see a ship from up close. People were seeing when I left on the webcam, but apparently I just stayed there. So as you can see, the bulk carrier is now in the lock. Alright, coming up now is, I think, another container ship. Oh, but she's hiding, actually. Let's go over there, check it out. Maybe we haven't checked out what's parked on the other side either. Let's take a real quick look. It's live, but it has a delay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's a live feed, but it's delayed. Gotcha. Oh, now I'm there. Okay. So that looks like a dredge ship potentially. That one also looks like a dredge ship potentially. And there's an oil tanker on the other side there. Oh, that's a bulk carrier that's sailing. Okay, that's it for the other side. The Schenge, it is a hopper dredger. I was right. I'm near the shore. No, I'm not. I'm not the blue van that you see. Let's check. There it is. Wait, I thought it was a container ship approaching, but it looks to be a tanker actually. I also see some action coming in the distance. Cool, cool. Hey, Monkey Bananas. What's up, dude? Hello, hello. All right. I swear to God, I saw another ship. But... oh, I think it's behind the pier. The other one that I saw. Yeah, there it is. It's behind the pier there. Doo-doo-doo. Getting in the sleeping bag? No, I'm not. I'm not going to bed now. Buy a camper van? Yeah, I don't have money for that. If you guys want to buy me one, I'll gladly accept it. But if you guys aren't buying it, I don't think that's gonna happen. So I don't have to live. I like a normal life. It's fine. Oh no, the camera's tilted again a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Oh no, now it's completely messed up. Okay, there we go. I think it's good. Yeah, it's a bit better. Just build a house there. I do like your guys' optimism and ideas. It's very inspiring. Dude, what are you doing, Google? Stop. How do I... oh, there we go. Oh, I see the ship coming, and the Rotramari is carrying wind turbine blades. I know it's super, super far, but you can clearly... let's do digital zoom for a second here. Yeah, you can clearly see that's a ship with wind turbines on her. Wow, those are long wind turbine blades. Look at that. Cool. Unfortunately, it's not gone. Oh wait, this one is coming all the way here, I think. So we'll see that one later. That's cool. Also, I think it's going slow because it might be getting a pilot for the river. Let me check the radar for that. Checking the radar. Is that a new meta on Twitch? Camper vans? It is getting a pilot, yeah. I saw it. Indeed. That's probably why it's so still in the water. Alright, our next two targets are here. Let's see, what is this that's coming? So yeah, first is the Vera Rambo, which is a container ship. Has a very cool bow design. And then behind her is the Sunga Pearl, which is a crude oil tanker. Yes. Lots of DIY camper van streamers. Interesting. I haven't seen a single one of them, Hans. But maybe that's because I'm not really on Twitch a lot anymore. What car do I drive? Exclamation mark car. think the mods made a command for it. I think ship spotting is going to become the new meta on Twitch. Everybody will start doing it soon. I still don't like how the camera is aligned. Tweak it a bit more. Okay, I think that's better. Oh yeah, that's perfect. You have an XC60. Ah, I wish I could choose an XC. It's a company car. So for those of you who don't live in Belgium, a big part of your salary package, especially if you're doing a white collar job, is a company car, because it's very beneficial for tax purposes for an employer to give you a car. So yeah, I would never be able to afford this car if I had to buy it myself. But an XC60, XC60 was out of reach. And as I said in the beginning of the stream, I have to choose a new one by the end of the year. A fully electrical one, unfortunately. Not a big fan. Hey Salt, good afternoon. Your bicycle, epic. I think you're driving your bicycle. Happy Friday. Wait, is that a thing? Happy Friday? Best I got was a free train subscription. Best I got was a 4-month notice. It's the best car. So I also went through, because yeah, with these company cars, you get a new car every 4 to 5 years, basically, even 3 to 5 years sometimes. And I've driven many different cars, but I do have to say that this is one of my favorite ones, for sure. Vero Rambo is a Citas Type 178 with yard number, and it can carry 1,425 20-foot unit containers. I just like the bow design on this one. Nice little, how do they call them? Feeder ships. Yeah, the Ram bow. You got an early notice for my stream. Interesting. You mean through YouTube? How old is she? Where's the overlay? 2008. She looks kind of fresh for being, how old is that? 15 years? No, my math is off. 16. Wait. 17. 17 years this year, yeah. My brain's not functioning today. Oh, your package, your game is a delayed salt. That happens with the ships. You never know when they will arrive. Look at the bow design. Now we can get a good look at it. Look at that. Look how aerodynamic that is. It almost looks a little bit like a cruise ship. If we just see this, it could fool you that it was a cruise ship that's coming. Supposed to be a Rotterdam today, but it's near Brest. Okay. Well, 2 more days then, I guess. I was mucking around here, kind of asked where they probably, it could be a crew switch on board. This would make a great yacht. That would be one big ass expensive yacht. No, they're payload Hans. The fuel is in the hull of the ship. They're just these cylindrical containers. We do see them on the road here as well. Oh, we got an inland container ship as well there. Double or even triple stacked, I think. Yeah, triple stacked. Oh, the Rambo's German. I missed that. It's sailing under the Netherlands flag, yet her home port is Hamburg. Interesting. Oh, it's one of those interesting. Look, the bridge is on the front of this ship. It's one of those river drone ships. You can see the cabin in the front. It's also quite unusual. Hey, Trap. Going behind that one. The River Drone 10 on the way to Terneuzen and Braakman. I think that's the little port behind me for the chemical plant. Dude, are these all supplies for the chemical plant? That's crazy. Could be. The bridge looks like an afterthought. It's interesting that they are called river drones. I feel like they chose the name specifically for a reason. We'll get back to that one in a second. The crude oil tankers here as well. Oh, camera was tilting. Oh, it's a small one. It looked bigger from afar. The Sunga Pearl. Look at that chimney on the back. That is overcompensating, that chimney. Came from an anchor point, 144 meters long, 23 meters, only 6 meters dropped. Built in 2008. I gotta say, that's a very big chimney. The biggest we spotted, the biggest ship in the world for containers. We spotted the biggest container ship in the world and the biggest car vehicles carrier ship in the world. On December 31st last year, we saw both of them in one stream. Dude, I can't get over the size of that chimney, though. What the hell? What a chunk. Yes, on New Year's Eve, I was here, all alone in the dark. Gotta admit, this is a very big chimney. Look at that thing. The chimney is as big as the superstructure. All the cabins, the accommodations. No, it's one of the louder ships we had today, Trap. It's definitely not quieter because of the big chimney. I would even say it's maybe louder than. Let's take another look at the river drone. Also, I'm gonna reduce the color correction again. There we go. Such an interesting ship. The thing with these ships, though, is that they have no accommodation like the regular older inland ships. It's only a bridge. There's definitely a coffee maker on the bridge. I mean, I'm sure there's room for that, although there's not much room. Oh, damn it. There we go. Look how tiny that bridge is. Maybe he's watching the stream. Oh, he's talking. There's a guy filming me, guys. Hello? Standard accessory. Is there anything in the back? Nope, absolutely nothing. Reporting me? No. Only one person? No, I'm sure there's a deckhand on there. It does look like underneath the... Yeah, it does look like there's some room under there, under the bridge, where there could be some, like, room to chill in. Probably a toilet as well, maybe. You can see the little door. I think it might be a window, actually. Interesting ship, though. Very cool design. It makes sense to have these, like, because you don't have to worry about the bridge going up and down. You can just stack the containers behind it. Hey, Dutchie. It reminds me of the new generation of container ships that we've seen a few times last year. where the whole bridge and the soup, the accommodation, everything is in the front of the container ship, and all the containers are behind it. So they don't have to build a bridge that is above the stacked containers. That rear radar can only see backwards all the containers in front of it. Yeah, but it has some stuff on the front as well, right? Yeah, there's definitely some equipment on there. Who's honking? Someone's honking. There was a ship honking. Just enough for a few, yeah. But I have to say, for like living on it, I do feel like a traditional inland ship would be more enjoyable, because there's nice big windows there. This doesn't look like it has a lot of big windows. It does look, indeed. I was thinking that as well. It's more like a ship where you like start in the morning and in the evening somewhere, and then you go home. Even, yeah. All right, let's see what else is coming. I think I saw something. Yeah, that's a small shippy that's coming. I think this one is also going to Ghent, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, no, wait. What is that one? Check the radar. Who are those? Oh, this is a general cargo ship going to Antwerp. The Koga Revolution. Then behind there we have another general cargo ship. That is the smaller thing you see just on the edge of the frame. That one is going to Ghent, the one on the right. And then behind that one should be the Rotra Mari with the wind turbine blades approaching. See if we can find her. Oh, she's still quite a bit out, but there she is. So that one is also coming our way. Nice. Alright guys, we've been live for over an hour. It is time. If you're new to the channel and you're not following yet, you want to see more ship stuff, there are some cool plans for this year. Please drop a follow. If you're watching us on the YouTube, also you can subscribe there for free. And maybe smash that like button. Smashing that like button will help other people find the channel who might be also interested in shipping stuff. Thank you. That was a bit better than my last speech. Alright, so the Topaz Don is also on the way. Though we will only see it in the distance, I am curious to catch it in a little bit. And then let me check what else is moving. Not much. What are you? Oh, there is another bulk carrier that's gonna come out of the... Oh yeah, I can see it. Let's maybe check it out for a minute. And there's a bulk carrier leaving from the canal from Ghent. So over there. The other ship still has to exit the lock first, though, but you can definitely catch that one going out later. That looks pretty cool. And then, what else do we have? Coming from Antwerp. Boom. Not that much. Oh yeah, well, a 300-meter container ship. Why don't I see it? Huh. It must be not that fully loaded then. In office support. Hell yeah. Let's see if we can spot the 300-meter ship coming from Antwerp. It should be over there then, I guess, according to radar. Is that it? That might be it, actually. Not the biggest one. Huh. Yeah, that's probably it. It's a 300-meter ship coming our way. Right. Next up will be a general cargo ship on the way to Antwerp. Not sure if it has anything on the deck though. We'll have to see in a little bit. Yeah, so as I said, the river drone is going to go. There's a little port specifically for the chemical plant next to the pier here. So I would assume that a lot of these containers are going to the chemical plant. That's neat. That's a lot of trucks that you don't have to put on the road to get your stuff there. Doo-doo-doo. Would be nice if we could catch one of the 400 meters going out as well this weekend. But yeah, we'll have to see if the timings work out. The plan is to stream again 3 days this weekend, so today, tomorrow, and on Sunday. Probably mostly afternoon streams, unless something interesting is in the mornings. An interesting ship. It does look like there's something on this ship, right? Is it the ship shipping ships? No. Oh, that would be so cool. It's a ship shipping ships. Oh, that's sweet. Look at that. There's 2 ships on the ship. Oh, now I'm excited. Alright, we'll catch this one. It's a special loads day. We also have the wind turbine blades behind her coming in. Let's stay on this one for a little bit now. Shipception. But yeah, when was it? Was it this month or in December? One of these ships came in, even a bigger one, with like 6 tugboats on it that were built in Vietnam and were shipped all the way from Vietnam to Antwerp, including one electrical tugboat. Shipception, ship. Shut up. I wonder what types of boats that are on there. I'm not sure if it's tugboats or not. Doesn't look like a tugboat, does it? So yeah, this is not a ship that lowers down, so I would assume that they hoist them off with the crane. Shipception. Yeah, it's possible if you practice a bit. It's like a ship shipping ships. A dredger? I don't know. Maybe. Already take another digital zoom. No, I don't think it's MCS Blue Norther and the MCS Boreas. It almost looks like little pontoon ships or something. Oh yeah, general cargo ships are absolutely cool. There's always something interesting on them, just like this one. Barge pushing? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Pilot ships? Offshore supply ships? I mean, we could look up the company, probably, if you can figure out that logo on it. You see the straps that are like wobbling in the wind? You can hear the wobble noise. Probably won't catch it on the mic though. I really need to look into getting a directional mic so we have better audio. I can try to do the outside mic. Let's try it. No, they're not catamarans. The Condor says they're offshore supply ships. Has that been like wobbling like that the entire ride here? They were both on AIS 2 days ago. Interesting. Wait, where did this one come from, this ship? Southampton. Oh, okay. So they just shipped across the pond then. You heard the flapping sound? Yeah. They are type catamaran, high-speed crew craft, offshore supply from Damen. Okay. 2610. There we go. Thanks, Philippe. Now we know. So they are catamarans. guess you can just make it out now. Yeah, now you can see it, that it's a catamaran type. Yeah, look, you can see the two parts of it. maritimecraft.co.uk. I wonder if they're going here for maintenance or something, maybe. There is a big ship wharf in Antwerp. The EDR, like a big dry dock. Hey, Hot Labs. That's a cool sight, though. Something we don't see every day. Yeah, it's a ship shipping ship. Hot Labs. Oh, yeah, they're Scottish. It said Glasgow on it as well. Oh, there it is, the MSC Blue Norther. So it sailed by itself to Southampton, and then it was loaded onto this Koga Revolution ship. I can only assume they're going to Antwerp for maintenance then or something. Unless they're sold, maybe. Interesting. And there's a ship big enough to have this shipping ship on it to ship it? Yeah. It's really cool. All right, the other one is also on the way, other heavy load ship, but still a bit behind. So before we take a look at that one, let's take another look at the bulk carrier that's going into the lock. It's also really cool. Look how massive that thing is compared to the bridge, and then there's a truck that's now going to drive in front of it. The ship is completely empty, by the way. The San Antonios. It's on the way to Algeciras in Spain. 190 meters long, 32 meters wide. Currently 6.8 meters of draws. I think with a crane, this one, Jacob. I think these ones are just lifted on and off. This the ship that it was on is definitely not a ship that submerses. Hans, do you want to know how Vessel Finder works? So a few weeks ago we saw a ship that had no picture on Vessel Finder, and everybody was like, yeah, make a photo, upload it on Vessel Finder. So I made a photo. I looked into uploading on Vessel Finder. Now, if you want to upload your pictures on Vessel Finder, you need to pay them so they can use your photos. You literally need to have a premium subscription. So they can use your photos, but you have to pay for them to use your photos. And we all know how much a subscription is for Vessel Finder. It's 99 euros a month, which is never gonna happen. So yeah, screw them. You have to leave. Oh no, Mort. We're about to see the wind turbine blades as well. But if you have to leave, I'm here again tomorrow. If the weather is good. Yeah, I was very surprised that even for like uploading pictures, you have to have a premium subscription. I was like, what is this? This is so stupid. But later, Mort. I think the main problem is that they target their services only towards professional, like real companies, and then yeah, €100 subscription is nothing. I do wish they had like a fan, like a ship spotting I don't know, ship spotting friendly premium thing product with limited functionality or something. Yeah, but same for marine traffic. That one is also like used by pros, and it's 98 euros. It's like €1 cheaper or something. It's too bad that there's no like hobbyist alternative. So this is an interesting shippy. This is the Black Sea, really? Zwarte Zee translates to Black Sea. I do agree, Salt, that for being a professional service, their UI is not that great. The crazy thing with flight, oh, another ship hunk, with flight radar is that, what's that pillar doing? Oh, what's happening? Oh, did it bump into something? It must have hit the floor somehow. We're distorting a bit. Thanks, Teapot, for letting me know. There we go. Should be better. No. I also care about quality myself, so it's good that you let me know. Yeah, it looks like it's Sulzy, but it's a different one. What I was gonna say, on Flight Radar, if you have like an receiver station and you share your data with them, you can get a free subscription. But yeah, it's probably not even gonna happen on Vessel Finder. They probably make you pay to give your data to them. There's also another little vessel over there. Oh, it stopped moving. It was moving earlier. Oh, they probably already had enough data in that area then, Greg. I'm sure it's fine, Salt. If not, we have a good clip. But it looks like they're just gonna moor there and do some work. Live near a major airport. That's useful, but of course if they already have a few people there, there's only so many data they need for one spot, I guess. All right, let's go to the next heavy load carrier. An eventful day on the river so far. I like it. All right. So this one is carrying wind turbine blades. It came from Hull, UK. 141 meters long, 20 meters wide currently, 6.3 meters in the water, going 14 knots. Exclamation mark camera, Greg. It's a EOS R50 with a 55 to 210 millimeter zoom lens. That one. But I would like to get a better lens this year at some point. Once we made enough with the stream, I would like to get a better lens. Lusdorfer, hello. Welcome to the Netherlands. Yeah, but they need to accept your data trap. It's not always approved. They only approve it if they need more data from the area you're in. A snowshoe tour. Wow, that's cool. It's been forever since I saw snow. We used to have snow here in winters, but that has been gone for over a decade. Rex, guten Tag. That's about all the German you will get from me. No, there's a few more words of German in me. But hi. All right, look at these wind turbine blades. That looks cool. Hang on, I have a cough. All right, that's better. Doing well, doing well. Big as wind. So I'm not sure where these ones are going, but we do have a lot of windmill parks in front of the coastline. I assume these are not going there since they just sailed past it today. Yeah, it does seem like this one is specialized for transporting wind turbine blades. I feel like we've seen this one before actually, but empty, the Rotra Mare. Not the first time we see it on stream. When I get them to the lower deck, I'm sure once the top ones are off, these scaffoldings that you see probably move up and down the ship. I would assume they're on some kind of rail mechanism, so they can slide over to the side. So there's room for the other ones to go off. Neat little ship. Siemens Gamesa Renewable Energy. Look how long these things are. It's right to our side now. Those blades are 100 meters. How long is this ship? Let's check. We had it here. 140 meters. I think it's gonna be like 80 meters, I would say. It's either... Oh, is that like standard sizes, Stipa? And I think they're 81 meters long. Keep in mind, the length that we see here is literally like the little bulb sticking out in the front there, all the way to the back part of the ship. That's the length. So I would then, if... Oh, look at that. Those are the two sides of blades made by Siemens and Hull. Since the ship came from Hull, then yeah, These are going to be 81 meters long, pretty sure of that. Less curve from this angle. Yeah, they're still pretty curvy though. There's a good curve on it. It might mask it a little bit as well because of the other ones. They're masking each other a little bit. But yeah, if you see how far they go up, you look at the orange tip and then the base. There's a good curve in there. Cool. That was really sweet to see. For all of you who just joined, by the way, earlier we had a shipping ship come by. So it was a small ship that, well, a bigger ship that was carrying 2 smaller ships on its deck. I think you still see it over there in the distance. And then we also have a 300-meter container ship that you can just see in the distance there. That is coming towards us. That will probably be our next big ship to come by. Ship is creating a lot of waves. Look at that. All these waves are because of the wind turbine ship. You can't give me a subscription. Hamburg has been in the channel before. We've sent a few DMs already. If he's gonna come towards this area somewhere this year, we'll probably meet up. It'll be cool. And maybe I'll head to Hamburg at some point this year. I don't know yet. I don't know if Hamburg is in the cards, but I do want to do Rotterdam. Probably March, April, we'll go to Rotterdam for the first time. We'll have to see what the weather brings. It never rains in the Netherlands. You know I am in the Netherlands now, Trap, right? With all the rain we've had the past few weeks. Yep. Where is it? There it is. It never rains in the Netherlands. This is just a natural water spring. And that's a natural water spring right there. It never rains here. Yep. Hey, Mr. Eamon. You missed some cool stuff already. We had a ship shipping ships. We had a bulk carrier doing a wheelie in the beginning of the stream. We had a wind turbine ship. Well, a ship shipping wind turbine blades. Interesting day so far. And then we have this big bulk carrier that's gonna come out of the lock in a little bit. So if you do exclamation mark location in the chat, Rex, you can see a link. There it is. Thanks, Teapot. That's about where we are. So then, yeah, we have the 300 meter ship on the way. And I just noticed that we have this little general cargo ship as well. Oh, it doesn't work on YouTube, Lustorfer. I'm sorry, I need to look into setting up commands for YouTube actually. I don't know exactly how that works. I need to look into it. It's, in the Twitch chat, it does work. Actually, I should make a screenshot of it so I remember to. There we go. Then I'll remember to set up commands for YouTube chat. Since more and more people do use YouTube now, or watch on the YouTube, it would be good to have. So this is the HAV, or the Have Snapper. On Twitch, it is a YVERRR, 3 R's. It is a different name on Twitch. I've been streaming there for much longer, and also other stuff. Okay, general cargo ship, the Have Snapper, came from an anchor point. 88 meters long, tiny boy. 12 meters wide. Only 3 meters in the water. Built in 1991. Wow, that's an oldie ship. So this thing is 20, 30, 34 years old. Follow me on all the platforms. Thanks, guys. Yeah, so we're also trying to grow the YouTube channel. My goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year on YouTube. That would be absolutely amazing. So if you want to support, please go subscribe for free on the YouTube. And maybe smash the like button, because that will help other people who are interested in shipping stuff to find the channel. You're in Bremen. Oh, cool. Why bother with a ship so small? Are there ports where there's... Yeah, so these ships usually are intended to go further up a river maybe, or indeed in a port where there's more shallower parts. So for example, here on the big river that we're looking at right now, the ships can go, I think, to up to 15, even 16 meters of draught. But once they take the right-hand turn here, as this little snapper is doing, and they enter the canal, for example, towards the port of Ghent, there the maximum depth is 10 meters from what I've saw. So that's why we have the bigger ships, the smaller ships. In terms of, for example, container ships, you have the very big ones. They travel between continents, but they only visit the major ports in a continent. For example, let's take this big boy here. This is a 300-meter ship that's coming our way. This one will only do like Antwerp, Rotterdam, Hamburg, what is it in the UK? Southampton maybe, or Thames, Felixstowe. There's a few big ports in the UK. And once it's done all the stops here in Europe, it will then do a long distance journey, for example, to Asia. And there it will stop in Singapore, a few Chinese ports, maybe Japan or Korea. And then again, in each of these ports there, it loads and unloads containers, and then it does the big trip again. But of course, there's a lot of smaller ports in the world, and they have the smaller container ships going there, and they will then just transfer them to the bigger ports, and then they're loaded on these bigger boys. And they call those feeder ships, the smaller ones. Oh, look at the snapper, trying to get some attention. I know it's Thames. I know it's Thames. I keep butchering that. You assume water was always deep? Little fun fact. So, oh yeah, it's always cool to show this. So you would think like, oh, this is a super deep river. All these big boats can come here without any problem. But if I really zoom in, you can even see in the middle of the river, there's a sandbank. And there's actually a constant, I wouldn't call it a battle, but constant dredging going on in the river to keep the shipping lane deep enough for the biggest ships. Otherwise, it would just fill up with sand because of the currents and stuff like that. So you see like these bows in the water. There's a green one here. You can see a red one over there. And they're all along the shipping lane, and the ships need to stay in between them because that's where it's deep enough for them to go. Oh, it's the Costco. I think we've seen the Costco shipping star before Assault. A few months ago, I think we saw it on stream. Well, there is another big Costco shipping ship in the port right now. It's a 200 meter one, 400 meter one. Wow, numbers are hard. Oh wait, while we wait for the container ship, I think. Oh no, I thought the lock doors were already opening. Wait, are they? No, they're not. No, they're not. In Rotterdam, they made some big roads with viaducts all in between some harbors so they can transport containers and trucks. And in Zeebrugge, they have the same. They build a few big bridges. So Zeebrugge in Belgium is very big for vehicle carriers, so cars and other vehicles. And to connect certain parts of the port, they've also made like big bridges over the water. And you can only drive over them if you're on the property of the... What is it? The ICO is called. International... I've forgotten what it stands for. ICO, anyway, is the big company there operating. We have to do Zeebrugge at some point, although it's not a good spot for spotting. But it would be cool to do it in combination with a cruise ship that's there, maybe. So another to do for this year, Zeebrugge, for a day. Yeah, I heard that as well, Trap. I believe the factory here in Ghent has now vacancies for new 350 more people or something. But yeah, as I talked about it before, the canal here towards Ghent. Oh, we got a big... The lock is opening. Is limited in depth, and they cannot make it any deeper until they move a tunnel with an active highway. Well, redo the tunnel, I guess, and make it deeper. So yeah, this is the NYK Nebula. On the way to Rotterdam, this one. Just under 300 meters with 294, 32 meters wide. So this one is currently 8.9 meters in the water. But you can clearly see that she can carry more containers than she's carrying right now. And she can be even deeper in the water. Built in 2007. $4,888 20-foot containers fit on this ship. Yeah, I was wondering. There was one more heavy load ship that was on the way. Let's see where it is right now. Oh, it's about to enter. Should become. Yeah, still going to Vlissingen though, so we might not be able to catch it. We'll have to see. Not that big of a ship, but yeah, she's also only 32 meters wide. If you know that the biggest ones are 61 meters wide, that's almost double the width of this one. So we have 40 people on YouTube. If you have questions when you're watching on YouTube, you can always ask them in the chat. I do read the chat. No, that's active actual data, Andy. So the whole overlay fetches the data that. So ships have a system called AIS, which is basically broadcasting stuff like its depth, its speed, where it's going, its size. So it is data from the live data from the ship on the overlay, and in the chat as well. Meanwhile, the big bulk carrier is still slowly starting to move out of the lock. I think they are moving forward. But we'll catch the container ship first. It's like her back row of containers is very well filled up. It's gonna look cool when she's past us. Little propeller plane above. Oh, she's really high. You can see her rudder as well. That's cool to spot. It's a Beechcraft Bonanza. What a name. If we can catch the rudder steering again. We saw it last week on a ship as well. We saw the rudder move. But it might be easier to catch when she's past us. Also very... She also needs some love. Look at all the scratches and rust on her. Oh. Wow. How are there scratches that high up? I guess when she's fully loaded. The rudder is operated via hand-pumped hydraulics during a blackout. There's a guy just like, pump it, come on, pump it to the left. Oh, it's all the way with a hand crank telephone from the bridge. Interesting. So wait, the hand crank then generates some electrical signal and that operates a pump? Cool to know though. Emergency systems. Oh, it's ship honk.
Trap Stereo just subscribed with a Prime Gaming for 2 months.
Trap, thank you for the 2 months with the Prime Gaming. Thank you for the support, appreciate it. Oh, it is separate from, okay, gotcha. Not much movement in the rudder. Have to run out. All right, dude. Catch you next time. All right. Okay, now let's check out the big bulk carrier that's coming out of the lock. Look at that massive thing. Now I see where the upper scratches come from. So yeah, this is the San Antonio and she's 32 meters wide. The sluice or the lock where she was in is 36 meters wide. So she only had 4 meters to spare. She just fit in there. She's 190 meters long. Built in 2012. So that's a big ship coming our way. We'll also see the tugboat detach in a minute here, I think. See if we can catch that. Just happy we didn't have any rain today. So nice to not have to worry about rain interrupting the stream. Not sure for the lock, Andy, but the river is about 10 meters right now. Because as I said, they do have plans to deepen the river in the next decade, but there is an active highway tunnel running underneath it upstream, and they need to, I guess, build a new tunnel even deeper so they can deepen the canal. Because they did build, just to our left here, this is a brand new lock, which has never been used yet. It has been, quote, quote, officially opened last year, the end of last year, but it's still not in use. They're still tweaking and doing maintenance and improvements on it. The plan is to have ships go through it somewhere in the first quarter and second quarter of this year for testing, like in different weather conditions, different types of ships, and so on. And this lock is, definitely a lot wider. It's a lot longer than the existing one, and also deeper. But I don't know exactly what the limit is for this one. I would have to look it up. But I believe this one is over 50 meters wide, while the other one is 36 meters wide. So it's a lot wider, so bigger ships can go through it. Oh, they're detaching the cable right now for the tugboat. Oh, there it goes. It's in the water. And it's detached. Now it's getting out of there. And now she's on her own power. Off to Algeciras. Totally butchered that. In Spain. So the little snapper ship we saw earlier is about to enter the lock now. Okay, so the new sluice, thanks for the info, Philip, is 427 meters long and 55 meters wide and 16.4 meters deep. There it is. This one ran aground right where it is now in 2019. Wait, this one was stuck here in 2019? Wow, that's cool. Cool info, Canvas, thanks. I'm sure it's high enough in the water now, though. What is its drought right now? Still 6.8 meters. Wow. Interesting. That's why it's so empty. I would assume it was full when it ran aground. I wonder if we'll ever catch something like that on stream. That would be crazy. Hey, Silver Molly. Oh, looks like we got another container ship coming from Antwerp as well. Let's check it out. On the radar while this one comes towards us. The MK. Oh, cool. Okay, it's that one. It ran aground while entering, yeah. It makes more sense. I did see that yesterday or the day before that. There was an issue with one of the bridges up the river. It wouldn't open, so all the traffic coming in was stuck, well, and going out. Well, this is as far as I can zoom out, but she's too big to fit in one frame. Interesting bow design. If we zoom in a bit, look at that. All kinds of curves on there. Big anchor. Oh, you can see the plimsoll line. So this little marking, it's not the long line, but it's the other thing, the markings next to it. Those indicate how deep she can go in the water. And that's based on certain weather / water conditions / which season it is. Just need to look into it, and I really want to make a video about this. I think it's interesting. That mark. Oh, look. Oh, her rudder. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Now that's a view. Looks like they're preparing the gangway for the pilot to get off later. Look how tiny those people are compared to the whole thing. You're welcome, Listorver. Love doing this, so it's fun to share it with you guys. Looks like someone is about to walk the plank. I mean, we've seen a guy walk on it before. They're putting up the the handholds. See, they're putting it up one by one. So there's a guy walking the plank. You gotta realize the guy is now just hovering above the water. Crazy. No fear of heights when you're working on a ship. All right, after this I'm gonna have to check the radar. You also have to put us on the Ro-Ro ship ramps when they're open. That makes sense. Changing the wheels on his driving. No, no, no. Alright, let me do this, and then I can check the radar, see what else we have. So we have one more container ship coming from Antwerp, which I will catch. But there was another heavy load carrier that was going to park on the other side of the river. So let's see if we can... Oh, we should be able to spot it. Let's check. Let's see if we can find it. Hang on. Where are you? Where are you? Nope. Nope. I think we're always too... Oh, it's slightly further here. Is that it? Looks so tiny. Has to be it. Interesting. Smaller than I thought, the ship. Of course, it's super far away, but yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's definitely empty. So this is another heavy load cargo ship. I think this is one that does submerge to load stuff on it. No, never mind. It doesn't. Never mind. No, it's not. I wonder what they're gonna load onto her. Yeah, so this is the Topaz Dom. Came from Portsmouth in the UK. She's 118 meters long. I assume she's gonna park on the other side of the river here. Alright, let's see what else we got. An LPG tanker and... Oh, that's an inland ship. Ooh, the big gap behind her. Not much coming in. Another bulk carrier. Barris. Another bulk carrier. A lot of bulk carriers coming in today. What is that one? No, the Ro-Ro that's going to sea. It's been a while since we saw a big Ro-Ro. Another bulk carrier. Wow, so many bulk carriers. Oh, that's another bulk. That's interesting. There's a bulk carrier coming from Antwerp that is gonna go to Ghent here. Something we don't get that often. Other than that, not much. We check the big ships. Yeah, the HMM Algeciras. This 400-meter ship is still in port. Yeah, all the other ones are still charging. All right. So I might just wait out that one bulk carrier as our closer for today. Let's see. Is that it already? I think that might be it. Yeah, so if AIS data is correct, that one is also gonna go in the lock here. That will be my closer for today then. Before that one though, we have, where is she? There she is. Another container shippy coming our way. Oh, what I didn't check is up the canal if something is coming out, but I don't think so. Let's check. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Hang on everybody, you're gonna love this. There's a fruit juice tanker coming. Hey Brian. How are you, buddy? Okay, there's a few more things coming. So we got this container ship, we got a fruit juice tanker, and then another bulk carrier that's gonna take a turn in front of our nose. Where's the bulk? There's the bulk. A bit sick? Oh yeah, it's sick season. The little one was sick all week. Today's her first day back at school, so don't talk to me about being sick. Yes, fruit juice tanker. It's so fresh that the fruit juice is being made the other side of the world and then shipped across the ocean for 2 weeks. Yeah, so this is the EM Kea, or M Kea, and she's on the way to Montreal in Canada. Dude, isn't that pretty far inland? Let's check out the map for a second. That's pretty far, right? Let's see. There's Canada. Oh, Canada. Oh, that's actually pretty well reachable. Oh, so has to go past Quebec, Trois-Rivières. Oh, that's an interesting route for a ship as well. Really cool. You love seeing fruit juice tankers. We'll see one in a little bit. It's on the way to the lock now, on the canal here on our right. So once I see it, oh, I think I actually might already see it approaching the lock. Let's see. I'm pretty sure that white one, that thing there, the that's gonna be the fruit juice tanker. Let's double check that. Make sure I'm not mistaking it for another ship. Yeah, that's it. That's a fruit juice tanker. There's also something interesting going on with the bulk carrier that we saw in the beginning of the stream coming in. It is still there. You see the blue and yellow chimney? It's still there. Yeah, it's not moving. It's just laying there by the looks of it. Going 1 knot. You randomly got 40. Holy crap. Yeah, the other one also had like 39.5 at some point. Well, with medicine it went down, the temperature, so he's fine now. I just hope I didn't catch it, so we kind of stream all weekend. Yeah, for all who are just rolling in, the plan is to stream 3 days again this weekend, so we'll be here tomorrow and on Sunday again. And the weather should be nice. We should have some sunny skies, which is always nice to look at ships. All right. So I think there's still a ship in the lock actually going in, so it might be a while before the fruit juice comes out. But a very busy day at the lock here. I'm glad I drove up in the beginning of the stream. Oh, there's the overlay. I will look at it later. The Citrus Vita Brazil. That name. It's on the way to Zeebrugge. Interesting. Also, if you're new to the channel and you like all the ship stuff, don't forget to drop a follow or subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. We're also live on the YouTubes. And of course, you can smash that like button on YouTube. That will help other people who are also interested in ships find the stream. There we go. What a sellout. Sellout speech. It's not a lot of wind, I just realized. Although the windmills over there are spinning, but are those two? Oh yeah, they are spinning. They're just pointed sideways to us. Can we see? Oh, we just can't see them. Barely, but we see them. The nuclear power plant in Antwerp. There's two cooling towers as of the nuclear power plant. That's also where the port of Antwerp actually starts. So that's how far the ships go. Six degrees. It's fine. It's gonna be, what is it? The max is 5 tomorrow. The minimum is -1, and I think on Sunday it's -2 to 4 degrees. It's actually super nice today. What does the exclamation mark weather? So it's 6.4 degrees here, but it feels like 4? No, it feels warmer. I'm not that cold today. Let's see if we can catch that thing. Let's see. The setup is not made for tracking a helicopter. There's a helicopter. I'm trying to find it, but she's like, the camera's like, nope. Wait, that's too far. Where are you? Ah, there it is. Got him. No. Camera, please. Do it. Okay. Got him. There's now helicopter spotting. No, I don't walk in shorts. I am dressed very warmly today. Maybe that's why I'm not cold. Actually, I do have clothes on specifically for the cold. All right, there she is. Private owner. Gotcha. Boat. What's up, Momo? Long time no see. You even have a boat badge, Momo. How fitting. You're a winter shorts enjoyer here? Can't remember last time I wore full-length trousers. Probably before COVID. What? Really? You only wear shorts all year round? Wow. Interesting. Is that how you guys call yourself? Winter shorts enjoyers? But why? It was snowing earlier, -4, still wear shorts. It's gonna be 30 degrees in northern Florida next week. There was snow a week ago. Wow, that escalated quickly. I can't wait for better weather here, because that will give us the opportunity to check out different spots along the river, go to Rotterdam, go to Zeebrugge. Can't wait for better weather. But as long as it's this cold, I just want to comfortably sit in my car while we do this. Yeah, you skipped the 20 Celsius days. You went straight from too cold to too hot. Well, I have to say that's also how it's here usually. Like either it's very cold here or then suddenly it's too warm. And then everybody's complaining that it's too warm. Oh, we got one of those sexy tugboats. Yeah, there it is. Look at those chimneys. Yeah, I love this tugboat. It's such a good looker. In case you're wondering why I'm so excited about this one, you see the chimneys above the red? They have like the little angled design on them. And it really reminds me of like some kind of muscle car. I just love that design. It looks so good. Such a cool looking ship. I mean, there is a moment in the year where I'm almost only wearing shorts. Unless if there's some kind of event that I have to go to, then I'll probably wear a longer pants, but mostly shorts. It's got to be the most fun job around the port. I think there's many fun jobs, but yeah, I do think running these tugboats is a really cool job. I missed my calling. If I was young again, I would probably reorient or look into the maritime world or nautical world for a job. This is one of the tugs that helped the San Antonio off the sandbank when it got stuck. It's one of the tugs that we see regularly. It's always the same set of tugs, right? Were we focused on the... There we go. It's better. Oh, damn it. Oh, there's so much to look at. Hang on. The Don, the little heavy load ship, is directly across the river almost from us. Hang on. There's ship. Oh, wait. Am I? Oh, I need to... Okay, there we go. Turn that off. It looks a lot less impressive than its photos, though, I have to say. So that ship can also carry wind turbine blades, for example, or ships. Another shipping ship. Where's the tugboat going? Oh, I think I know where it's going, actually. It's going to the bulk carrier coming from Antwerp that has to be maneuvered into the lock here. Interesting. Yeah, that's definitely a movement of big ships that you don't see often. A ship coming from Antwerp, a big one, like that one, that is going to Ghent. It's really rare. Might be the first time we have that, actually. It's another good looking ship, by the way. Also has the smooth, streamlined bow design. There was somebody in chat earlier who was able to tell me all the types of ships. Was it Philip? I think it was Philip. I wonder if this is the same type as the one we saw earlier. It looks very similar in terms of bow design. Give me a rogue wave, I can take it. I wonder, I think it's more a thing of like wind aerodynamics that this bow is designed for. So it like pushes the wind, if there's a headwind, it pushes it a bit upwards over the ship. Then again, it might also cause more downward draft, like an F1 car. Not sure. It's definitely an interesting design. Yeah, it does give the deckhands cover while mooring. I think that's true. Nice and dry. and out of the wind. It also limits visibility for the deckhands, because they only have those few holes to look through. "220 meters long, 32 meters wide, and 10 meters in the water." Ooh, very nice design on the back as well. Look at that. What is that over there? Looks like a pyramid. Look at that diagonal beam. For stability, probably. It's also something you don't see that often. Also, this ship, by the way, if you look at it, the first floor under the bridge has nothing. Also empty. So I wonder if they retrofitted the bridge and made it like higher, one floor, to fit more containers. The MKIA is built in Szczecin in Poland. Okay, so it's a different type than the one we had earlier. So we saw the Ali Marsk last week, and somebody was able to tell us, like, look at the area below the bridge. They retrofitted one floor so they could carry more containers. So maybe it also happened on this one. Oh yeah, so TEU in the hold, so that means in the belly of the ship, 1,408. On the deck, another 1,700 containers. And in total, it can carry 3,108 containers. That's good info, Philip. Where do you get that info? I'm curious. I wonder if we could add some stuff like that to the message in the chat. That would be really cool to do. Unless you're gonna now tell me that you have a premium subscription on websites. A few reefers on there as well. A reefer is basically a refrigerated container. See, like the white ones with the holes in them. Those are refrigeration units. There's another one there. So that means the content of those needs to stay cool. Look at that design though on the back. Look. It's on both sides. Like a pyramid. Really cool. A reefer capacity of 500. There we go. So you can carry 500 of these refrigerated containers. Looks cool. What is that thing over there? Source. Oh, you got time now for that, Philip, but it's fine. I see them. I'm gonna screenshot that as well because I want to check that out. Good info. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Scheepvaartwest.be. Those guys are in a hurry. Yeah, I would love to update our system that we have for the overlay and for the message with data. It would be cool to have the TEUs included. Oh, U-turn. Now he's just showing off for us. Actually, no, he took, I think, a route between the sandbanks. Now he's heading towards Antwerp. Maybe? Maybe not. Wow, it's bumpy. Look at him go. Well, it's actually the other way around. I think it came from Antwerp and it took a U-turn and now it's coming towards us. Did they forget something? No. So gotta keep in mind there are certain lanes where you can safely sail, and there's also a bunch of sandbanks in the river. And there is one lane that goes like kind of diagonally from where it was to Terneuzen where we are. So I think it came from Antwerp, took a U-turn, and now it's coming diagonally towards us. Yeah, that's what it is. It's patrol vessel. Look at that. I'm gonna guess they're gonna go into the port of Terneuzen in a little bit. Yep, and there they are. Yeah, I can, Susie. I was gonna show it in a minute after. You can see the tugboat waiting for the other ship there in the distance. They're definitely speeding, that's for sure. How many knots? It was going 29 knots. And there they are. Now they reached the port. That was cool. So yeah, the Don has parked. Ooh, camera. Stay with me. The Don has parked a bit further, I think. Wait, I'm too far out already. Where did he park? I think it's where the ship is actually. Oh, yeah, that's her actually. That's the Don, Sylvie. Or the Topaz Dom. There it is. Don, yeah. Topaz Don. She anchored there. Wonder if there's gonna be some cool things loaded on her. I assume she's waiting for something. Maybe we can catch that tomorrow happening. We'll have to see. Oh, also got another one coming in here. This is an LPG tanker, I think. The Eco Royalty. Or Eco Royalty. Yeah, LPG tanker, 95 meters long. Going 50 knots, it's hauling ass. Built in 2050. No smoking? Yeah, you might not want to smoke on an LPG. You might not want to smoke on any tanker type ship. Maybe you can smoke on the fruit juice tanker. No, the juicer's still in the lock. Well, it's entering the lock right now, actually. No worry, we'll catch it. There's an interesting difference that I noticed on these ships between LPG tankers and LNG tankers. The tanks for an LPG tanker are pretty rounded, as you can see. So it's pretty curved. And when there's an LNG tanker, those tanks are like hexagon, like straight. There's no curving in it. Probably has a good reason, but interesting difference. I'm also gonna say that she's empty right now. She's pretty high in the water. Or partially laden, maybe. Curvy means pressure, yeah. I guess for net liquid gas, that's not needed. I did see a photo actually of people who were inside of an LNG tanker, like inside of the tank. And there's a very big, like, great structure on the inside for stability. Straight corners, yeah. Send greetings to Michela and Isabella. Michela and Isabella, I think I butchered it. Greetings, welcome. Topaz Dawn's primary activities are transport of pre-assembled modules to be installed on the Tergis oil field. Yeah, maybe it's gonna, as we all know, the port on the other side has a lot of equipment for platforms, sea platforms. So it's possible that it's gonna pick up something cool here. We'll have to look and keep an eye on her this weekend. But it's, of course, it's also possible that by the time you arrive here tomorrow, she's already gone. You never know. You never know. Also wonder, what is that thing over there? Oh, nope. Not what he wanted to do. Hang on. Oh, you're just a dredge. Okay. All right. Nope. There she is. A fruit juice tanker. Oh, the overlay is still the Argo 1. That was a dredge that I was just zooming in on. The Citrus Vita Brazil on the way to Zeebrugge. The ship is a fruit juice tanker and has a length of 210 meters, 29 meters wide, and currently 11 meters in draught. So you can, I guess there's more depth to the canal than 10. She does look pretty full. I wonder if she filled up in Ghent. Interesting. Well, actually, let's see. We'll have to see once she's. I'm not sure if she's gonna lower or go higher in the lock. I think she's gonna come up. So maybe she is empty. The vessel is an ex-container ship. Ah, cool. Very tall bridge. The new bridges are even taller once because they're longer, those. Oh, Susie, the barge is gone. You were talking about at the beginning of the stream that the barge was still there. It's gone. Where did it go? I think they dragged it into the lock. Oh, no. Oh, it's the lock doors. Oh. Yeah, the door, the sluice, the lock door is shut. I just realized it, Ray. Ah, finally some action on the new lock. That's interesting. Maybe they're finally getting ready to start testing with ships soon. Cool. Whoever starts early on Fridays, I mean, not really. We started at noon. Interesting. Okay. Let's go back to the fruit juice tanker. Damn it, now we missed it. I wanted to see the doors close of the lock. All right. So for those who just joined, we're almost done with the stream, but there's two more things that I do want to check. So we have this fruit juice tanker that is gonna come out of the lock in like, I don't know, half an hour, 20 minutes. Maybe we can time it how long it needs. And then we also have a bulk carrier coming from Antwerp that will go towards Ghent, which is something we don't see that often in that direction. So I do want to catch those two. Other than that, there's not much else coming in or going out. So those will be the two main things we have left for today. But of course, we'll be back tomorrow for more ship shenanigans. There currently are 3 400-meter ships in the port. So with some luck, we can catch one going out this weekend, hopefully, maybe. Or see another one coming in. I haven't checked if there's ships coming in, actually. 400-meter ones on the way. Wonder if they're already docked or not. And that's funny. If you look at the bridge that's now open for traffic, and just above it you can see these little orange dudes in the... They're actually standing on the ship, but it looks like they're standing on the bridge. It's like an optical illusion. I wonder if this might not work, but I want to try anyway. Hang on. Oh, no, I pushed the button. Sorry. My bad. Where's the button? There's a button. No, no! Jesus Christ. Hang on. Ay, ay, ay. Can I just do this? No, I can't. That's too bad. Okay, we're back. Wanted to try something. We'll just try it anyway. No. Nope. 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 Hang on, Jesus Christ. Okay, there we go. Now I can try to do what I wanted to do. I know this is digital zoom, but it's always fun. Oh, there we go. Now we can see the guy standing on deck. They're tightening the lines. Look at her moving sideways. Her aft. It almost looks like they're standing on the bridge. Yeah, you can see the pilot and probably the first officer, maybe even the captain as well, standing on the side there, controlling the ship from the side of the bridge there. All right, let's do the regular zoom again. I'll also see if I can catch the bulk carrier and the tugboat attaching to each other. It's still a little bit out. We'll get back to it once things start moving again there. So that one is coming our way. And it will link up with the tugboat that has been chilling. Wait, where's the tugboat go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, we'll link up with the tugboat over there. It's waiting. We have some smaller inland ships coming in as well. Just checking the radar. Not that many ships parked in front of the coast. There's a bit, but we've seen more busy. Ah, all good Akandas. Sorry, we're looking at the radar. See what else is moving. There was an offshore repair vessel parked in front of the coast. Too bad that won't come in. Looks cool. So if you're just joining, we're waiting 2 more ships for today. We have this bulk carrier coming in. If you don't know what the bulk carriers, they're basically transporting raw materials like sand, cement, coal, dirt, anything that you like scoop up basically goes into those cargo holds on that ship. So that one's gonna link up with the tugboat that is waiting over there in the distance. And then they're gonna come towards us, take a right-hand turn here, and go into the lock over here, where there currently is a fruit juice tanker in. Yeah, it's definitely rising, actually. Wait, is it rising? No, it's not rising. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, I think it's rising a little bit with the lock. Get your straws out. Thank you, Albie, for subbing on YouTube. My first goal is reach 500 subs, and then I would love to reach 1,000 by the end of the year. Because then we can do the YouTube page ads, and then I will earn a little bit of a pocket change from YouTube, I think. And then we can cover the costs of the stream with YouTube as well. So it's a converted container ship, the Hermes Arrow, and it was converted into a juice carrier in 2018. Hey Kibaru, moin. Hey Loof. Happy time zone, everyone. That's a good one. Wait, what about the people already on Saturday, Loof? It's already Saturday in New Zealand, probably. Screw them. Okay, noted. Also, it's our final stream for January. I wonder how many sub points we have. Probably not much. Twitch and their stupid programs. I'll never reach 100 sub points. Got another little inland shippy coming in. Oh, this one is carrying containers. Okay, blue Tesla. I'm not a fan of Tesla anymore, to be honest. There's better EVs than Tesla. Have you ever sat in a Tesla? It really, the inside, like the finish on the interior, feels very plasticky and yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel premium or quality to me. So damn many. Tesla is not an option. When I have to choose an EV, an electric car at the end of the year, Tesla is not an option. A lot of brands are options, but Tesla is not an option. You have a Model 3 and you like it. Interesting. So for me, when I'm choosing my EV, I saw the list. Currently, of course, the list can still change by when I have to choose by the end of the year. But oh, yo, holy moly, Lady J!
For 41 months. Hello all.
Long time no see, Lady J. How are you? Thank you for the 41 months. It's a long, long, long time. What was I about? I was talking about cars. So what I'm currently thinking is either going to be a Volvo EX40, which is basically the electric version of the car that I have right now. It's going to be a Ford Explorer, but I have to check that one out in real life. Or it's going to be, what was it? An Audi Q4 e-tron, also fully electric. Or was it a Q3? No, Q4, I think. You're all good. Awesome. Avoid the Explorer. I still have to like go to a garage and see it, but it looked big and cool to me. There's also a lot of smaller cars that of course are an option, but I would like to have another mini SUV/SUV. The Mustang is also an option. That one is also in the list, but it's too small for my liking. With a family, and this is the main car for the family, I feel like it's too small. I mean, I could also just get a Peugeot. I can literally get a full option Peugeot 3008 or something. What is it? But honestly, I don't like Peugeot. I've had two. They were both horrible. So this is a Mustang for 22-year-old. The cool thing about that Mustang is that apparently, I'm not sure if that's correct, but from what I've heard, it's the only car that's allowed to drive by itself in Europe, or in Belgium maybe. Are the Fords made over there? Not sure. I think there's Ford factories in Europe for sure. I can imagine them all being shipped from the US. But yeah, apparently the Mustang can self-drive like a Tesla, and it's allowed to use it on Belgian roads or something. But yeah, we'll dive deeper into the car thing once we reach the end of the year, I think. Also for streaming, I would like to have a car where I can sit in the trunk while streaming. You don't like the new SUV occasion of cars? Oh, I like it personally. It's a preference. I love sitting higher on the road. Suzuki Swift. I don't think Suzuki's an option. I think Toyota had two cars. Are there any other Asian types? Polestar was in there as well, I think. You have to pay first. Yeah, I know. The Y over the Model 3 because of the trunk, yeah. It's a Model 3 that's standing here, I think. Model Y. Wait, isn't... I don't know. I'm not sure if it's a Y. Or a 3. I think it's a Y. Anyway. We'll discuss more cars by the end of the year. The lock doors are opening right now. I'm going to say that this ship is not empty. Or it has a lot of ballast on board. The The timing's perfect, though. The bulk carrier is almost there. It's almost at the tugboat. I'm just very anxious for getting an electrical car and the range and charging. It's something I'm pretty antsy about. From what I heard and seen, people are not really happy with the range of cars. I have a colleague who got a VW ID something something, and they have to drive, I think, 80 kilometers from their house to the office, and then another 80 kilometers back. And they cannot do it without charging at the office. So that's 160 kilometers. Yeah, it's Volkswagen. And then they went to the garage, and the garage was like, yeah, you just have to don't drive 120 kilometers an hour on the highway. Just drive 100 kilometers an hour on the highway, and your range increase dramatically. Like, what? What is that for bullshit reasoning? Why would you have to drive slower to get more range? It's so dumb. BMWs are not really an option in the list. They're too expensive. Yeah, I know why, but it's just stupid that we have cars that can now drive freaking 1,000 kilometers, some of them, at 120 kilometers an hour, and now we all have to get cars that can only do 200 kilometers in range, and then you cannot drive too fast or even do it. I don't like it. It feels like going backwards to me. But hey, before you know it, we all have horses again, which we will then span in front of our cars, and then everything will be fine. Yeah, there's also the temperature that also reduces EV range. If you get an EV, always opt for the long range versions. Yeah, I do agree with that one. Which is also such a scam to me. Like, they're selling cars, and now they're selling cars based on ranges. There will be a model, and then there will be a long distance model, which is more expensive. It's just, I don't know. And I do wonder, like, the batteries in those cars, how will they be in 10 years? Because now a car can easily drive for 10 years, right? How will the range be after 10 years? Anyway, we're digressing again. The fruit juicer is about to leave. I also noticed that the bulk carrier has attached, I think. I mean, I get that we need to do something to become more environmentally friendly, but I don't know if this is the solution. I really don't know. In 10 years it will charge in 10 seconds and also has a range of 10 meters. Yeah, I feel like the whole electrical thing is like a forced thing into trying to solve a problem, but it's not. No, no. We need micronuclear reactors. Yeah, that seems safe. Let's give some plutonium to everyone. No, when cars started getting newer transmissions, everybody started driving. Really interesting. All right, let's go back to our fruit juice tanker. You think they're about to get out now? Or are the ropes still attached? No, the ropes are detached now. I think. Yeah, she's slowly starting to move forward. I guess the only upside is for me, we're back to the cars, is that because it's a company car that I'm getting an EV, they will also pay for the installation of an electrical charging point at my house. So I guess that's the only upside. I don't have to install and pay for that myself. Because I guess eventually we'll all end up with electrical cars anyways. Ooh, she has a nice little livery on her. Looks like she has a curved line. Or it's an optical illusion. No, I think she has a curved line on her sides. You'd think something will have to change. I'm not gonna keep driving on fuel forever. I know it feels impossible now, but just give it time. Even if you just normal, yeah, no, it's gonna be a whole installation that they do. So I don't have to pay for the charging. Because that's the thing as well here. Company cars, we were talking about company cars earlier, how in Belgium, a company car is part of almost the salary package for a white collar worker. But there's also a fuel card involved with that. So, yeah. They have to also cover the charging costs now for those EVs. Yeah, for now, like if I would have to privately buy a car loop, I wouldn't do anything else than fuel. Interesting. Yeah, you charge with it, but then it goes on your regular electricity bill, right? That's the part that I don't want. Nuclear fusion. Fusion? Oh yeah, fusion is the fission is the other. Yeah, yeah. But I think we're still like a decade or two away from fusion. And yeah, electricity is expensive. True. Oh God, we're gonna have to first go to the bulk carrier because this one is gonna take a while to maneuver out of the. And this is something. Sorry, overlay. This is something that we don't get too often. A ship coming from Antwerp going to Ghent. So I do want to check that out first. So this is the Federal Clyde on the way to Sluiskil. So that's just up the river from here. Came from Antwerp, 200 meters long, 23 meters wide. Currently 6.7 meters in the water. So I'm pretty sure she's empty and she's going to Sluiskil to load up. Does the bulk carrier need a tug? There's one behind it. I guess because it's empty, it's very maneuverable, so one tug is probably enough. You can just see it peeking from behind. Should I make pizza though? I mean, if you want to eat pizza, yes. If you don't want to eat pizza, no. It's not that easy. Yes, it is. It's super easy. What you also can do is ask ChatGPT, see what they say about it. We have the, ooh, what the hell is this thing? Where did you come from? Why didn't I see you on radar earlier? And why didn't I notice you earlier when you were approaching? Where are you? Looks like a little dredge ship as well. Krakensand. Yeah, that's a dredge. Oh my god. Shut up, Andy. You got a new pixel. Nice. God, first we were waiting for all the ships, and now it's all the ships at once. There's too much action now. I don't use any of the AI features on my phone, honestly. I do use ChatGPT a lot for a variety of things. Troubleshooting, developing, ID generation, text generation. I use ChatGPT a lot, actually. It's a really cool tool. Okay, let's again. Too bad we have two cool ships at once. We can't miss the fruit juice tanker. There she is. Interesting layout. So is that just one big tank on the deck? Full of fruit juice? Imagine if it had a leak. The wasps, the terrible wasps. What, in the middle of the ocean? Are there insects in the middle of the ocean? There can be, right? Yeah, finally a ship with a cool paint job. Nice color, nice content, although I think it's pretty empty right now. It's full of fruit juice. What juices do you think is on this ship? Pineapple juice, apple juice, orange juice, or how the Dutchies say it, jus d'orange. No, it's only going to Zeebrugge, actually. We once had a pigeon travel with us from Helsinki to Bilbao. Wow. Dude was like, I'm gonna go there for winter. And I don't even have to fly there. Oh, and then it didn't want to leave because the cow. It was basically their pet. Is that a basketball ring on board? Am I seeing that correctly? Dude, they have a basketball ring on the deck. Now this is the ship you want to work on. It has infinite fruit juice. It has a cool color scheme. And they have a basketball ring there. Oh, click. Yeah, if the ball goes overboard, it's Wills. It must be the first time that we see a basketball hoop on the deck. I know there's other ships who have it, but I think it's the first time that we see it. What was it? Is that my lens that's so clicky? Yeah. I don't think the juice is ready for consumption. Shh. Let's not think about that. I just imagine that everybody who works on the ship gets like one straw, and then they can freely just slurp from the tank whenever they want to. That's how I imagine it, at least. Looks more like a stick. You mean the ring? No, there's an actual ring there as well. Look, it's an actual basketball board and a ring. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's concentrated. Look at her speeding up. What an interesting ship, though. There must be a lot of fruit juice that can go on that one. I mean, it was converted like what was somebody said it was converted in 2018, so it's only been a fruit juice tanker for the past 5, 6, 7 years. Well, math is hard. So I'm sure she got a whole new. It didn't look too good before they converted it. Yeah, that's probably why they converted it. It needed a lot of love. Yeah, really interesting ship. Something we don't see too often as well. Hey, don't insult the fruit juice tanker. It's the coolest ship we've ever seen on this stream. It even had a basketball. Oh, look at that. It's a sinking ship. Look at that one. It's another lowrider. All right, now let's go to our final shippy of the day. We have this bulk carrier in front of us. Oh, she's also seen some rough handling. Look at that. Look at all that scratchings on her. Holy moly, that looks bad. Oh, what a cool. As I said earlier, we rarely see a ship that comes from Antwerp and goes to Ghent, so this is really cool. Yeah, the tug. Well, it's still steering on its own power, but the tug is helping Hamhock. Definitely. But you can see she has a bow thruster, so that will also help her maneuver, although I don't think she's using it. Nah, she might be using it now. The little circle with the X indicates that there's a bow thruster there. Although I don't think they used it. Oh, yeah, it's really cool to see the maneuver straight in front of us here. I heard the captain was going to be released, Frasgeballer. Or he applied to be released, something like that. Yeah, that was a really cool shot, the whole turning action. I like that. Nicely written, Mac. That was a ChatGPT writing. All the room of error? No, there's not. So as you can see, the tug is now just leaning, but there's no tension on the rope, so it's just guiding. Just whenever it needs a bit of maneuverability, the tug will help, but it's still just going on its own power. Why would you park straight in front of me? Bruh. There's literally this parking lot where there's like room for nearly hundreds of meters of space to park, but you decide to park in front of me. Oh. Oh, he's kicking it. When in doubt. Look at all the scratchings on her, though. Ooh. Can also clearly see her rudder sticking out, so she's completely empty. Yeah, that's standard operating procedure. Look at that sexy tugboat, though. Look at those chimneys on her. Ah, looks so sick. Oh, she has an anchor at the back. Look at that. Oh, look. Now she's saying, brake for me. Tension on the rope. Dude, you don't want to be anywhere near that rope when it's under tension. That thing will just slash you in two if it snaps. One lifeboat, yeah, looks like it. How deep is it there? I think we saw a ship come through here that was like 12 meters deep. I'm not sure exactly how deep the canal is, Mac, but more than 10 meters at least. There's maps of it actually. If you really want to see, you can look up. There's maps of the depth of the, although they might be premium on marine traffic. All right, and now it's gonna slowly maneuver into the lock. No. How these lifeboats work is that they climb in, they strap themselves, and they literally, it drops, it falls down from up there with the people inside of it. There's even training facilities where they train this maneuver. Akandas, for example, has actually trained this. And he described it as it's like being hit by a wall. So it's very brutal. We talked about it a few weeks ago, and there was even a clip of one doing it, the maneuver. So they dropped the lifeboat, and it literally tumbled. It made like a whole loop in the water, a whole front flip. So yeah, it's dangerous actually. It's not for the faint-hearted. And actually, this one isn't that high up yet. The big vehicle carriers, the Ro-Ro, the big shoe boxes on the water, I feel like the lifeboat is even higher up there because it's all the way up. But yeah, if the alternative is go down with the ship or do the roller coaster ride on the lifeboat, I think it's a no-brainer. All right, on this beautiful shot viewer, just few chatterinos, I'm about to wrap up things for today. As I said, I'll be back tomorrow and on Sunday as well. Probably afternoon streams, unless something interesting is on the river in the mornings. I might come out earlier. I need to press a button, this one. If you're not following yet, please drop a follow. Helps the channel out a lot. Or if you're watching on YouTube, I see there's 49 of you on YouTube. Please drop a sub. Maybe even smash the like button so other people who are interested in ships can also find the stream. And yeah, as I said, I'll be back tomorrow with more shenanigans. Thank you all for being here. Bye-bye.